Welcome to the All-Kill Comeback PTB. To start off, we're gonna look at the survivor. I have to purchase him first now? I have to purchase the new characters in the PTB. And new background music for the All-Kill Comeback. So the new survivor is Kwon Tae-young? Kwon Tae-young? I probably pronounced that horribly, but I'm sorry. Flow state. Whenever a generator is completed, earn 1 token up to 5. For each token, you bless and cleanse 10% faster, you heal 10% faster, and you unhook survivors 10% faster. Again, more healing speed perks for survivors. Yep. Although this one requires you to make it to the end game, but still. Second, a place for us. While healing another survivor, you both gain elusive. Whenever you finish healing the obsession, they gain elusive for 30 seconds. When the trial starts, you are less likely to be the obsession. So, a stronger variant of bite the bullet, but this one doesn't mute the sounds that you make while healing, but it'll hide your scratch marks, it'll hide your aura. In fact, elusive hides your grunts of pain too, so this is just better than bite the bullet. Let's see. And as last, teachable, 5 moves ahead. While you are in the killer's terror radius or chased by the killer, you see the auras of the 5 closest pallets and windows. You drop pallets 50% faster? When you drop a pallet, the cooldown is 20 seconds. Okay. A bunch of customizations for the PTB. Whoa. Well, that's new. Wait, so is this for every other killer? That you have P100? Oh, there are actually P100 rewards now! So, since this chapter is a survivor standalone, the killer instead is a updated Trickster. With updated intro and voice lines. More voice lines, I guess. In the All-Kill Comeback chapter, the Trickster sees yet another update. He now has his style point system visualized and tied directly into his power. He earns style rank, improves the Trickster blade throw and locker reload speed. He goes up in rank by earning style points. Main event is now tied behind reaching the S tier rank. And they're tracked by a new interface on your HUD. The Trickster is knocked back down to 4.4 movement speed. His blade count dropped down to 36. His terror radius down to 24. Slight changes to when he pulls out his knives and when he puts them away. And the time in between throws. And once again, his movement speed while holding the blades has been kicked back down again. Back to his 3.68 from when he was launched. Oh, but there's a new caveat to it. After 8 consecutive blade throws, the throw state movement speed is decreased to 3.53. And after 16 consecutive throws, it's dropped down to 3.16. So, you're punished for holding his power. And throwing numerous knives and missing, so punishment. Oh, but his blade throw rate per blade increases after 8 consecutive throws. The throw rate is increased by 50%, and after 16 is increased by 100%. Laceration. It only counts as whole numbers, so that when it decreases, it doesn't decrease by like decimal points. It'll take like X amount of seconds to fully decrease 1 full point. The laceration's down back to 6 from 8 again. And the decay delay is 12 seconds from 15. The laceration stack decay time to 3 seconds from 2. I guess that means how long it takes for the actual point to fully remove itself. And there's an updated visual feedback on the HUD and visually on the survivor, I guess. Style points you get for performing certain actions. Let's see, hitting a survivor with a blade only counts the first hit. Injuring a survivor from the blades or a basic attack. Hooking a survivor, basic breaking a down pallet or wall, damaging a generator, snuffing a boon. You get 2 points if you hit 4 consecutive blade hits on the survivor from at least 4 meters. So yeah, you can't miss one of those shots or exit the throw state, so they have to be 4 consecutive hits. And hitting a survivor with a blade from more than 16 meters away earns you 2 points. Or interrupting a survivor, so like grabbing them off of a totem while they're blessing it or cleansing it, pulling them off a generator, pulling them out of a locker. And you get 3 points for hitting survivors through tiny gaps, like small little holes in walls and loops that would be hard to throw through. Style ranks, he goes from E to S. Each rank has a different number of style points needed to reach to get to the next one, but each style point increases the speed of you reloading at a locker or throwing your knives. Let's see. The higher tier you go for your style points, the less time you have to reach the next combo before it decays. Earning style points refreshes this timer, and let's see. The combo timer is paused while the Trickster is performing interactions with survivors or objects, so I guess when he's reloading or when he picks up a survivor, etc. When you reach S tier, all survivors within 44 meters of the Trickster are revealed to him for 4.4 seconds by Killer Instinct, and all survivors are notified this. While in S rank, the Trickster gains a 44 meter terror radius. The Lullaby is disabled, so he can use stealth perks, I guess. The laceration meter decays 50% slower. Blade throw and locker restock speeds are at their max. Main event can be activated. And the S rank has a 66-second time for you to activate main event before you lose it. The S tier cannot be paused or refreshed like the lower tiers, and it always reverts back to E once it expires or is used up. His main event, you press the active ability button when it's available. Main event lasts 8 seconds from 6. Trickster throws blades at a 1.67 multiplier from his default blade throw speed, and it's not affected by consecutive blade hits or the style meter. Survivors near the Trickster are notified, I guess when he enters main event, which is pretty obvious. While performing the main event, the S rank timer is paused. Each blade hit survivors awards bonus style points. The Trickster can cancel main event with the secondary ability button like he always can, and when it ends, his power goes on cooldown for 4 seconds, meaning he can't use his power, but he can probably still perform a basic attack with a shorter cooldown than the 4 seconds. The S rank reverts to E, and the Trickster goes up in style ranks based on how many hits you got during the main event. Let's check out his new updated add-ons, which 3 of them are not changed. But 1 is disabled for the PTB. But Trick Blades is one of his add-ons that didn't get changed. Same with Trick Pouch. Memento Blades displays a reticle while aiming with blades. I'm gonna check that out in the custom game. Killing Part Chords increases time before style ranks from D to A decay by 20%. Infernal Wires decreases Showstopper's cooldown after main event by 10%. Tequila Moonrock increases throw speed by 10% for 8 seconds after gaining a style rank. Lucky Blade. On every 8th blade hit, an additional bonus is assigned at random. Either increases laceration by 100%, gain 3% haste for 3 seconds, or gain an additional style point. Now screw around with that. Ji-Woon's Autograph increases the duration of main event by 33%. Cage Heart Shoes increases movement speed while in the throw state by 1%. Bloody Boa decreases the speed at which laceration decays by 10%. Waiting for You Watch. Survivors whose laceration meter fully decays are revealed for 4 seconds. Ripper Brace. For each style rank, your basic vault windows, basic break pallets and walls, and damage generators 3% faster. On Target Single. Increases time before laceration starts decaying by 15%. Melodious Murder. Reload speeds increased by 25%. This was not changed. Fizz-Spin Soda. Increases the number of blade throws required to slow movement speed while throwing by 2. Edge of Revival Album. Blade hits from more than 32 meters away deal 100% more laceration. Diamond Cufflinks. Reveals survivors' auras for 6 seconds when their laceration meter is 1 blade hit away from maximum, so this also wasn't changed. Cut Through You Single. When reaching a new style rank, adds a stackable 1% haste bonus. All stacks last until the style rank decreases by any means. Iridescent Photo Card. Increases duration of main event by 100%. When main event is activated, reveals your aura to all survivors and blocks all generators for 6 seconds. And Death Throws Compilation. Refills 50% of maximum blades when main event ends. Other changes in this PTB is the first. The second phase of World Breaker is 50 seconds from 60. The Vine Attack Ready Attack sound plays slightly sooner than when it's available to attack, so survivors have a bit more of a warning time for it. And he had his basic attack lunge speed adjusted to be in line with every other killer, going 6.9 meters a second. He's had a couple add-on changes. Let's see, let's look for them. Oh, Bloody Roller Skates now gives you haste for 1.5 seconds. Oh, and it's changed to common rarity, so it'll be easier to find in the Blood Web. Rabbit Remains. Change the rarity to very rare, so it's going to pop up less, and it gives exhaustion to survivors for 10 seconds. And increases the upside down ability cooldown by 5, so a bit more of a setback on it. Broken Skateboard, no one cared about that. Pizza Goggles. Change very rare to rare. Rework the Undergate attack's area of effect range to be reduced by 90, so that's the same. And its cooldown time shortened by 25. I think that was the same. It was either 20 or 25 seconds. Your exit cooldown time after executing the undergate attack is reduced by 80%. So I think that means you you gain control of your killer far sooner. Because this the fact that it didn't reduce the cooldown for you to take control of your character is the reason why nobody wanted to run Pizza Goggles. Pizza Goggles would make his traversal much more accessible, but it didn't make it easier to use. Like, the survivor would still gain so much distance on you from it, even though you would never hit the survivor with it. And the chess piece. Remove the negative aspect of it, which I forgot what it was. And increasing the upside down ability cooldown and the two charges attack radius are now diminished by 40%. Oh, it removed the negative aspect of the upside down. And instead of reducing the AoE of the attack by 50, it reduces it by 40. So it's slightly bigger. Ghoul changed the stickiness time of his reticle when performing a Cocoon Leap from 0.18 seconds to 0.05. So a better skilled Ghoul player would likely want to latch onto the environment than a survivor, and this helps better do that. And then they got a bunch of killer add-ons that were updated with the new perk description updates. Like, a basic break is when you walk up to a pallet, press spacebar, and the killer kicks it. A special break is when a killer uses their power to break it, like Demogorgon's Shred, Hillbilly's Chainsaw, etc. Basic vault when you press spacebar by a window vault. A special vault is when a killer's power does it, like Legion or Wesker. And damaging generators. When you walk up to a generator and you kick it, that's damaging it. And generator explosions is when a generator loses progress due to perks like Pop Goes a Weasel or Pain Res, Surge, etc. And that's a lot of them. The fog vials have been updated to how I think they should have been from the start. When you're outside of the fog vial, you can't see anything inside it, but once you're inside the fog vial, you can pretty much see very clearly. Like, it's not as opaque, but you can still see pretty much. But the fog vials, I believe, were originally intended to pop far away from the killer, like 24 meters, so that you can distract them from which direction you're trying to run and mislead them in a direction. Whereas survivors were just used to the Walking Dead PTB, where fog vials basically get you a free escape no matter what position you are in to use it. And then we got a bunch of perk updates. Better Together. Plot twists can no longer force its perk effect to activate on the survivor's control. That means using plot twists will not allow you to get this perk's benefit. Fast Track. Whenever another survivor is hooked, you earn up to 3 to up to 9. While repairing, whenever you hit a great basic skill check, spend all Wait. A great basic skill check? Does that mean that it will ignore stakeout? Spend all tokens. For each token spent, the generator gains 2 permanent charges. Oh, that's a secondary effect, different from the... Ooh. Okay, either way. Self-preservation reworked. When another survivor is hooked, you gain elusive for 30 seconds. Self-preservation, which perk was that? I think that was Hattie's perk, where you would be able to see your teammates' scratch marks, and you would see their aura whenever a killer hit them. I don't remember. It was one of those perks that no one ever used. An Unbreakable. Once per trial, while downed by the killer, you can fully recover. You recover 35% faster. And now Unbreakable only works if the killer downed you, you can't plot twist and use Unbreakable anymore. Unbreakable only works if the killer is the one who put you into the dying state. Still a really strong perk, but a very welcome change. For the killer, Force Hesitation. Plot Twist will no longer trigger this perk, so this perk only activates when the killer puts a survivor into the dying state, whether they refuse to heal their deep wounds or not. Genetic Limits applies the exhaustion status effect simultaneously when the health state is lost. Because the way it used to work is it would apply the exhaustion after the survivor was damaged, so you could still use perks like Overcome and whatnot, because Overcome would trigger on the damage at the start, and then Genetic Limits would apply the exhaustion. So now this should stop Overcome. Crowd Control has been reworked. The first time a survivor medium or fast vaults a window, a dull totem ignites. The last 4, 5, or 6 windows, medium or fast vault, are blocked. Your basic vault blocked window is 15% faster. Oh, your basic vault blocks windows 15% faster. So this gets a little bit of a bamboozle effect. And you see the auras of the block window. So this Hex perk only lights up a totem when a survivor vaults a window, instead of being lit off the start and survivors seeing it and cleansing it right away. Pop Goes the Weasel has been buffed to be a flat progression regression instead of just 20% of its current W change. And Terminus updated to trigger earlier when generators are completed to block healing abilities of survivors occurring simultaneously. So I guess this was be to counteract perks like Adrenaline. Oh, there they are. Why didn't I get any subtitles for that? Ooh, this is much more opaque. Oh. Yeah, I'm really bad at throwing because I hate them. I'm out of knives already. Oh, fuck me. I heard someone's on this. Ah, there's no throughway here. God damn. Oh my fucking drop pallets, buddy. Like, wow. Back to S, buddy. Well, he had a fog vial anyway, so no rescues. Oh, fireworks go off if that generator gets powered. Okay. Oh. Why can't I activate main event? Why can't I activate main event? Why can't I activate main event? I don't understand. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't activate main event earlier. That was weird. But, locker. I need a locker. Locker. Let's break this so I can save my, combo. Let's see, let's go this way. No one on this generator. The hook rescue. No one on that generator. Okay, someone's on the shack generator. Oh, let me save it. Yes. There's nowhere else for you to go, my friend. But I didn't know that pallet was there. You could have dropped that on my face. Oh, someone's on that hook, so I gotta find another. Up you go. I need a locker again. Here we go. Check on this far gen here. Oh. I can't activate it through a window. I heard that. Oh, thanks for the free hook, buddy. Someone should be going for the rescue by now. Oh, there were. I was just too far away to see it.
Oh.
I gotta catch back up. This boy is hysterical. Oh no, you're dead. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, there's someone over there. I gotta reload. Oh no! I didn't know there was a window. Oh, thank God he came back in my line of sight. Come on, pick him up. Locker. I need a locker. Just a refill. Oh no! Will he be going this way? I hear him. There you are. I'm gonna put him on this hook over here for my best chance of barbecue. I didn't see him. Oh, but I found the hatch. Yeah, so exits at each end of the street. God, that bubble lasts so long. Oh, he's on this. And now for the finisher. So, my initial thoughts for this PTB. The new map is amazing. It looks great. One major hiccup I can see about it that survivors will complain a lot is, once again, both exit gates are visible from one particular standpoint. It will be impossible for survivors to work on either of the exit gates if they're alone. Maybe behavior can add some or move some objects around to make them more visually blocked from that viewpoint. And I know killers are going to say, oh, that's bullshit, you shouldn't do that. And survivors are going to complain, oh, that's bullshit, you should do that. The new survivor? I didn't look into the backstory or anything, but the design's fine. Like, I really don't care about the survivor look. Their perks, flow state, just another, hey, here's a perk to help you heal faster so you can get on gens sooner so that you can work on gens faster. That's all behavior seems to be able to do, is here's a perk to make your other chores less tedious so that you can complete your main chore faster. A place for us? I mean, it just seems like a better bite the bullet. I mean, elusive does hide your grunts of pain, scratch marks, no auras. It's just better bite the bullet. 5 moves ahead. Good information. Not better than Windows of Opportunity. The 50% faster pallet drop. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I mean, survivors drop pallets pretty fast, but this could be the difference between a survivor dropping the pallet and avoiding a hit on a laggy server or laggy killer and not getting hit. And the meat and potatoes of the update, the Trickster. I generally think that it's just overall a nerf to him. Like, yes, he gets faster throw rate and reload speed depending on his style grade, but pretty much everything else about him has been nerfed. I mean, main event is directly locked behind getting the S style tier, which takes more than the usual 8 knives to get to main event from previous versions. I mean, there was his initial release where you needed to land 30 knife hits. That was absurd. He moves slower, he has less blades, he does have a smaller tear radius, which doesn't really matter because he has a lullaby range. He can enter his throw state slightly faster, unrecognizable by the human eye. Same with exiting, again, 1/10 of a second faster, unrecognizable. His throw speed has been increased slightly, again, unrecognizable. His movement speed while throwing blades, nerfed again. And if you throw consecutive blades, you get even slower, but you get to throw faster. Laceration. Laceration fades faster. Well, it starts to fade sooner, and it takes 1 extra second before each count fades off, which is very impactful since you're now a 4.4 movement speed killer again. That is way more impactful. As for the style grade system, that is now a visual representation of his kit. I think that's just a glamorous, shiny new thing for you to look at while you ignore some of the nerfs that they're applying to this killer.
Oh, dingle, dangle, dingle, dingle, jingle, jangle. It's okay. Look at the shiny.
I mean, it fits him more thematically, but I still feel it's a nerf. But I'm not a Trickster main. I don't play Trickster often. In fact, what used to piss me off the most about Trickster is that his knives would not have a exact trajectory, and then they changed that, and I just never got back into Trickster, and I still dislike him, especially on maps where you can't really throw your knives over loops and hit survivors. Maps like Larry's or most parts of RPD. When he reaches his S-style tier, he has a 44 meter tear radius, which is basically like, hey, look out, danger's approaching. It's now the new largest tear radius base in the game. I mean, it's only tied to the S-style tier. But still, it's bigger than Wesker's, bigger than Hillbilly's, even though he moves slower. And it's much harder to hit knives from afar. Him getting an add-on pass definitely does make some of his new add-ons look interesting. The Lucky Blade I like, because it's a random chance of which one you get, and it's just a small boost. But one of them, the gain additional style points, seems way impactful. Although some of his reworked add-ons, like the Cage Heart Shoes, it used to give a 2.5% movement speed buff when he was moving at 3.86, and now they reduced it to its common add-on, which only increases your movement speed by 1% while throwing knives. And your base movement speed has been kicked back down to 3.68, which, what's the point? They gave him back his iridescent add-on that replenishes his knife count at the end of main event, but it's only 50% now. He still has his trick blades, which unfortunately were kill switched for this PTB, probably because they were behaving improperly. Overall, I personally think that this update is kind of a nerf. Like, it makes him look better, but I think this is overall a nerf in my opinion. But I'm not a Trickster main, so I'll leave that for other Trickster players to give their feedback on. So don't take my word for it. They updated the wording of a lot of perks in this update by adding special key phrases like basic break, when you break with pressing spacebar in front of the object that all killers have access to, and then a special break, which is a break by their power. And Spirit Fury basically says when you basic break up to whatever its tier is, 4, 3, or 2 pallets, the next time you are stunned by a pallet, the pallet will be instantly destroyed. Turns out you can still use a killer's power to add to this counter. It still works, even though the perk says basic break. Now that might be an oversight on the devs, and that they're going to change it so that it only counts basic breaks when they bring this chapter to live. But I don't know. For now in the PTB it still works. But the PTB is famous for perks not working properly. Like every PTB, the new killer has their power work with play with your food, where you don't lose play with your food stacks and you gain the permanent 15% movement speed. But then when it gets to live, they have that fixed. But I like the change to Pop Goes the Weasel. It's now a flat 15% reduction to a generator instead of 20% of its current progress. So now Pop Goes the Weasel is once again a viable perk on builds. The Fog Vials also were a good change, although I think they are working a little bit too good on the new map, because I played against people who were using them on the new map, and it just felt like they were back to the Walking Dead PTB, where I could barely see like 6 feet in front of me. That could be something that needs to be adjusted. Or you know what? On second thought, I think what I encountered was a survivor using the Fog Vial with what I was seeing now, the new Visceral add-on, which increases the Fog Cloud Opacity bonus to 100%. Another good change for perks is now perks like Unbreakable now need to be triggered from the killer putting you to the dying state, rather than you using something like Plot Twist. Same with Force Hesitation. A survivor using Plot Twist will not trigger it. It now counts it only from the killer's action. And I think that's it. Those are my initial thoughts for this chapter. It's a shame we're not getting a new killer. In fact, this is the first chapter, like actual chapter, where it's just a lone survivor coming in. That's usually reserved for just like mid-chapter paragraph updates. Oh well.